Samanta Chakravalesu Atra Gachantu Devata Saddhammang Munirajasa Sunantu Saggamukhadang Dhamma Savana Kalu Ayang Bhadanta Dhamma Savana Kalu Ayang Bhadanta Dhamma Savana Kalu Ayang Bhadanta Punyance Puriso Kaira Kaira Te Tappunapunang Tammi Chandang Kaira Te Sukho Punyasa Uchayoti. Good evening, everyone. Today we are having the first Dhamma talk of the series of Dharma talk during this first season of the year 2021 at the ABS temple. Last full moon day, on behalf of all the members, one family, Chaminda and Himali family together with their parents and children, invited the monks to observe at this temple, and monks had accepted the invitation. And special thing that we have this year is that we have a visiting monk, a third monk who came from Hawaii, staying with us during the rainy season. And now we know it is our Theravada tradition that in every temple where the monks observe rainy season, rainy retreat, if you want to call it, they have special meritorious deeds. Meritorious deeds is the deeds that generate positive energy for all of us. That's called ping kam. Kam means actions. Ping means punya, that is positive energy. So punya karma. So every temple we have a lot of Dharma talks. Every temple we have blessing ceremonies, spirit recitation, and meditation, extra meditation classes and things like that. And ABS temple is also, together with the members, we are having this special series of Dhamma talks. Because during the rainy season is the best season for members of the temple to learn Dharma and improve their wisdom. Without wisdom, life becomes very miserable, and without wisdom, you can make a lot of mistakes in life, harmful actions you can perform without knowing, without having the enough wisdom to see if this is a good thing to do or bad thing to do. But more you learn Dhamma, you learn what is right for you, what is best for you, and what is the right thing, what is the wrong thing, how things happen in the world, the cause and effect that you have to know, that otherwise without wisdom you cannot know. So therefore it is very special for all our members to be able to listen to 11 Dhamma talks during this 3 months. Every Saturday, one monk will deliver a Dhamma talk in English or Sinhalese, but mostly in English. 2 Dhamma talks or 3 Dhamma talks a month in English and 1 Dhamma talk in Sinhalese. Besides that, we have Saturday Bodhi Puja that is organized by the temple for all of you to come and attend and receive blessing. Especially this time, not only in this country, United States, but also in Sri Lanka and Bangladesh and Vietnam and Cambodia. These countries are suffering again due to COVID-19 pandemic because of the new virus that is going around. And a lot of people are experiencing serious consequences, including death. So then it is our job, our duty to send them blessing as much as we can. And Bodhi Puja and recitation of very powerful sutras like Ratana Sutta are the common way that we send blessing to make them free from the pandemic like thing, make them free from famine, meaning lack of food. It is coming soon. We don't expect it, but natural result of pandemic is famine. When the people start starving, and then again, according to what we heard from Visala Mahanura during the time of the Buddha, because of the pandemic, people start losing having enough food, and as a result, there were many more deaths. And then when there is many more death, then what happened? Many more hungry ghosts in the country roaming around, because when they are starving and looking for food and die, and they can die with anger. If they die with anger, they become demons and hungry ghosts, and the whole country become full of unsatisfactory, unfortunate souls, unfortunate spirits. So that is a very harmful thing to happen to a country. And what we do is to try our best to avoid that type of situation arise in our countries. Doesn't matter where it is in the world, any part of the world. If there is such a difficult, dangerous situation arise, and we people who are still healthy and strong and able to find our own meals, and we should continuously send blessing. And I would like all our members to come to the temple at least on Saturdays, just for the purpose of sending blessing to our countries. Not only Sri Lanka, but all the other Buddhist countries and all the other non-Buddhist countries, we can send blessing to avoid, to minimize at least the effect of this pandemic-like situation. And therefore, remember to come to the temple as much as you can, or you can always participate through internet via Zoom or via Facebook, YouTube, just like you are participating in today. And then you can recite the gathas, recite the blessing, Ratana Sutta or many other suttas, together with the monks and send blessings to Sri Lanka and other people for their safety. And a lot of our family members are there, we know, and a lot of our family members are in Bangladesh today. One family came to the temple just to perform a ceremony and send blessing to the Bangladesh families who are their friends, who are experiencing a lot of difficulties in Bangladesh. And we know in Cambodia, in Nepal, one of our members' mother died, and his wife's mother died. Two mothers died from COVID last few months. So our Nepali members also can participate in our ceremonies and at least try to send them blessing. So because of this series of meritorious deeds, actions that generate positive energy for us, or Pinkam, Punya Karma series, I thought today to have simple topic as this Dhamma talk, mainly related to what is punya and what is papa and why it is so important. And you know that in this particular gatha that Buddha taught, that I recited earlier, punyanche puriso kaira teta puna. Those people who are doing meritorious deeds that generate positive energy, should do it again and again. Because you did something good last week, you don't say, oh, I did some good deeds in the last week, therefore I have nothing to worry about this life. No, that is not like that. So when you practice good deeds, continuously keep doing it, because positive energy is energy. When you turn up the light, when you start the car and drive around, the energy get consumed. So it is very important that you keep refilling our minds and our bodies with positive energy. Therefore, Buddha said, when you do something meritorious deeds, good deeds that help you to live comfortably and happily, that is what the meritorious deeds do, punya do to you, is to make your life easier and better. If you don't have done enough meritorious deeds or punya karma, your life become miserable and difficult. That's not what we want. We want our life to be happy and joyful, and our life to be easier. So this is why we have a series of Vaspinkam. And just because we had Vaspinkam last few years, no one think that this year we don't have to do Vaspinkam. No, that is not the way it is. It is something kaira teta punang, again and again, participate or engage yourself in good activities that are beneficial to you and your family and your relatives and all others. That is the most important part of punya. And then the other important part is that do it with great joy. Not that you do it with, Oh, I have to go to the temple again. Oh, I have to listen to the Bana again, Dhamma talk again. No, 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 no. So, not like that. Oh, I'm glad I can go to the temple and participate in practicing good deeds again. Every opportunity. I can go to my brother's home. My brother's home, they are having a beautiful ceremony, Pinkama, Dana Pinkama, or any other kind of Pirit Pinkama. So I should go and participate. So you should enjoy participating in meritorious deeds again and again. So, Dhammi Chandang Kairata, why? Sukho Punyasa Uchayo. When your level of positive energy in your body and in your mind increases, that increases your comfort. We all love comfort. We all dislike pain and suffering and frustration. But we all like comfort and joy and happiness. Because of this reason, we should constantly engage in activities that generate positive energy for us to make us happy and joyful. And you can see there are people who are rude to their family members and parents and so unkind to animals and do all kinds of harmful things for others and oneself, experience a lot of frustration and depression in this life. If you look at their lives closely, if they see they are miserable, most of the time they have done bad deeds in the past. Pubbecha kata punyata, pubbecha kata apunyata. That is not an expression in Buddhism, but Pubbecha kata punyata is a good expression in Mangala Sutta. You have done meritorious deeds in the past. As a result, your life is better now. And you have not participated in a lot of good activities, and not only that, you participated in a lot of harmful negative activities that generate negative energy in your body and mind, and as a result now you are experiencing so much frustration and fear and mental difficulties and not having enough material things for you to live a comfortable life, and as a result you are constantly looking for the next meal for yourself. And there are people that we can see in among us, among around us, that you look around and you can see people who are waiting for the next meal, where the next meal is coming from. And how can they listen to Dharma and practice Dharma and improve their quality of life in order to reach the ultimate goal of all of us, which is the freedom from all suffering. So, freedom from all suffering can be reached little by little. We cannot do that overnight. So, we have to gradually work hard and eliminate our akusala, generate more kusala, generate more punya. So the kusala is the higher level of merit that you generate by practicing meditation, learning Dhamma, and training our mind not to be attached to many things in our life. If we are so attached to our children, if we are so attached to our family, if we are so attached to our material properties and things like that, our reputation, our soul or self, if you are so attached to yourself, then they are constantly generating akusala. Akusala does not help you to go closer to nibbana. Kusala make you go closer to nibbana. Ping, punya, punya doesn't make you to go closer to nibbana, but punya create the foundation for you to generate kusala. If you have no food in your stomach, you're so hungry, how can you pay attention to practice of Dhamma, practice of meditation, practice of letting go? Practice of letting go means dana, non-attachment. Not dana, just dana that we call, but non-attachment. If you practice non-attachment, that helps you to go closer and closer to Nibbana. And one day, if you happen to meet a Buddha, so then our minds are much more prepared to practice viraga, non-attachment. So non-attachment is the one that brings vimutti. What is vimutti? Freedom from all suffering. Freedom from all suffering is coming only from non-attachment, viraga. Viraga vimucchati, right? From viraga, you attain vimutti, the freedom, ultimate freedom from all suffering. It's a result of this practice or cultivation of kusala. And when you go to a funeral, if you start thinking about impermanence, it is so sad that my friend died, but I know I'm going to be there also, very close. So what is the point of having my life without practicing wisdom? So you practice more wisdom, generate more wisdom. If you, one time, one monk who is meditating in Sri Lanka recently developed some psychic skills. And later he wrote an article saying, I was right there in my last life after my death. I was at the King Yama's place, at the gate of the hell. If you have time, you can Google a sutra called Devaduta Sutta. Devaduta Sutta. Very beautiful sutta. And you can also go to internet and find several venerable monks giving Dhamma talks on Devaduta Sutta. And you can learn about hell from the Buddha's own mouth. You know, some people would say that Buddha never talked about hell. No, it's not true. Buddha talked in much more detail about hell in this particular sutta. And this monk, who still live in Sri Lanka, I hope, said a lot of things about his past lives. But when he died, he went to hell, and at the gate, the king of Kauda Kiyanne, Yama Rajuru. Yama Rajuru means king of Yama. Send him back to human world. And he started looking at why King Yama sent me back to human world. This was when he was meditating as a monk. And then he came back and reborn in Sri Lanka. And somehow he became older, and he decided to, he had a very difficult life even when he was young. And then he decided to um, join a temple and meditation monastery, forest temple, and he meditated and he developed psychic powers. And at that time he said, why did King Yama send me back to human world? Then he saw one day when he was a young man, he's still in Sri Lanka, before he went to hell and came back. In one of his previous lives, he was riding his push bicycle from somewhere to his home or something, and he smelled something really bad, unbelievably bad smell by the road. And he was curious. What is there? Is there a cow is dead or dog is dead or something? This is a very bad smell. So he parked the bicycle on the road and he went to see where the smell is coming from. And he saw a huge rat was dead by the side of the road in the corner. And so he was so swollen. He's a big rat, Urumia in Sri Lanka. So, and he was so swollen and he was getting broken skin because it's too swollen, and different juice or the fluids are coming out of his body and smell so bad. And this young boy looked at this and immediately came to his mind, my God, if I die somewhere on the road or someplace without having too many people around, if I die myself at my own home, when my family and friends are gone somewhere, my body is going to be just like this, so repulsive. And I am carrying such a body. I can't believe I am carrying a body with such a nature. He thought, he just had that thought. That is called Anitya Nisrita Chitta. It's a thought related to the impermanence of life or the repulsiveness of life. There was not just a meritorious deed, but it was a kusala, not a punya, much higher than a punya, kusala. And maybe that kusala led him to become a monk 2 lives after in Sri Lanka, and now he's in Sri Lanka, and became a meditative monk who has gained at least psychic powers. By now he may have attained a higher state of mind. For example, Sotapanna or Sakadagami, we don't know. If he had the ability to remember the past lives, he should have a lot of effort, virya. And if he had a lot of virya, it is possible that he became an enlightened Sotapanna or Sakadagami or something by now. I read this story about 3-4 years ago. Now today I am talking about him. So he may have attained higher stages of enlightenment. So see, this is how life works. So therefore, it is very important for us to develop punya, because when you have punya, basically we are going to be born in prosperity, with prosperity. So that means you have nothing to worry about. Food, nothing to worry about. House, nothing to worry about. Your vehicle, nothing to worry about. Your friends or family. And all these are available for you because of your good deeds that you did before. And as a result, you can pay more attention to practice of Kusala, listening to Dhamma, and straightening up your views. Ditti Ujukam is one of the Dasakusala. Dasakusala we know, right? We have heard. Ditti Ujukam means a lot of people, when we talk about Buddha, when they talk about the possibility of doing good deeds and get good result, and we can say the possibility of getting good result by taking care of parents. And some people think that's useless. No point of, especially giving your reverence to the parents. No. So those are called Michaditti. Michaditti, if you are having, so sad thing to happen. But Sammaditthi is something that is constantly cultivated in Buddhist practice, Buddhist culture, Buddhist religion, if you want to call it, in the Buddhist practice generally. So the more you listen to Dharma, more you straighten up your vision. You broaden your vision and you get out of your Michaditti narrow views. And these are not taught mostly in other cultures. Other cultures, emphasis of Sammaditthi is not taught highly. And listening to Dharma, 45 years of teachings of the Buddha is called Dhamma, right? So much knowledge that enhance the quality of our life. Some Dhamma we listen to, we cannot even have any idea what we listen because our level is too low. But then there are so many other Dharmas that are much easier for us to understand. So when you listen to Dhamma in Buddhism, first level, second level, third level, fourth level, different levels of teaching. So learning about punya and papa, kusala and nakusala are almost like simple knowledge that we need to have. If we don't have the simple knowledge about life, how do we understand the higher knowledge when the Dhamma talk is given at a higher level about about cultivation of mind, which is bhavana, cannot understand and have no interest. Why? Because you have no foundation. Foundation is the knowing what is punya and what is papa. Knowing that is what is kusala and what is akusala. So today, since this about Vaspingam series, and I want to just give you a simple list for you to remember. Dana, Sila, Bhavana, we all remember. These are 3 of the Dasa Kusala. Then you have Apachayana. Apachayana means respecting and giving our reverence to all the elderly, starting from your own mother and father and grandmother and grandfather, and respect them all the time and always listen to them and pay attention to their needs and things like that. That is called Buddha Apachayana. Apachayana means being respectful to Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, nothing to talk about because they are ultimate worthy of respect, right? That is ultimate worthy of respect is Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. And then the parents, then the grandparents, then the other elderly people in our area, our vicinity. So that is Apachayana. And then another meritorious deed, another way to generate punya is called Apachayana, Vejyavacha. Vejyavacha means helping your parents and grandparents and elderly as much as you can. When they need food, you prepare the food and you give them. When they need to go out for some reason to the temple, and you take them to the temple. And when they want something to practice dana or something, you prepare the dana and you let the parents or grandparents or whoever, all those older people do Vejyavat. When they are sick, constantly attend to go to bathroom and make sure they have food and all those things according to your ability. According to your ability means if you really have to be at some other place when the mother needs some assistance, and then you ask your sister or ask your brother or some other person to be there until you come back, and then you can freely go away and do whatever you think is necessary to take care of your mother. That's called Vejyavacha, means taking care of the needs of the worthy ones, including the Buddha. If the Buddha hall is dirty, you come and wipe out all the dust and clean all the old flowers and make sure that everything is very nice and neat and clean for people to come and pay homage to the Buddha and practice dana and all that kind of things is Vejyavacha. Whatever. When the monks become monks aged, like in my case, age 10, so cleaning the Bodhi tree and, cleaning the Buddha hole and throwing all the old flowers and bringing in new flowers, and all these things are Vejyavacha. So we prepare tea for our headmaster, and we arrange all the lunch for him when we are little younger monks. As a result, we have been generating so much positive energy for ourselves. So the other thing, Pattidana. Pattidana means you do good things on behalf of your deceased family members, or even not deceased. You are here and your mother is in Sri Lanka or Bangladesh or Thailand or Cambodia or someplace, Vietnam, and you can do very nice dana or ceremony or celebration, invite your family and have a party for your mother who is in Sri Lanka, in your own country. So that is Bhakti Dana. But if they are especially the deceased people, you give dana for their name, that is a Bhakti Dana. Then right next to Pattidana, it's Pattanu Modana. When you do, for today, you heard that Chaminda and Himali is sponsoring this Dhamma talk, and the idea was to transfer merit to Chaminda's cousin, who passed away in Sri Lanka not too long ago, Miss Javadana, Inu Javadana. So that's a very good karma for Chaminda and Himalayan family, because they are doing it for someone who is deceased. We don't know where that person was born. Chaminda's cousin, Inu Javadana, was born. And so in case if she is need in any help, so she can, the family, Chaminda and Himali, can do things like this Dhammadana, today's Dhammadana. Dhammadana means inviting a monk to speak to not only their family, but for the whole audience. Now this is on YouTube. It's going to be heard by or seen by so many people all over the world. So that is the Dana, Dhammadana. So Dhammadana, so they cannot give a Dhamma talk. So they ask me to give a Dhamma talk, and they support and they sponsor the Dhamma talk. So they are practicing Dhammadana without having so much knowledge of Dhamma. They are practicing Dhammadana. So this is an amazing thing. So one of the Dasa Punya Kriya or Patta Anumodana. Anumodana, you know the word, transferring, sharing with other people is called Anumodana. This word is very popular in Thailand. Every time when somebody do something good, they loudly say, Anumodana, Anumodana, Anumodana. That means, I am doing a good deed. Please, everyone, join me. They are offering cutting a rope to the monks, and they say, Anumodana, Anumodana. So, please, everyone, join me and rejoice the good karma, merit. Rejoice the positive energy, action of positive energy that I performed, and please enjoy, become a part of it. That's Anumodana. So we invite all our deceased family members to become a part of what we did. So we do, you do the dana, you do the bana, you do the pirit, but you open up for everyone to be a part of your good deed. That's called Pattanumodana. Then another Dhamma, another good deed that you can do is Punya Karma. We are talking about Dasa Punya Kriya. Dana, Sila, Bhavana. Then it's Apachayana, Ilangant Pattida, Vejavacha, and then Pattidana. And then next one is Dhamma Savana. Listening to Dhamma. Because without listening to Dhamma, you cannot never straighten up your understanding of life. Your ditti is what you see in front of you. But if ditti is always very narrow view, but dittincha anupagam silava, don't get into ditti, but be a silava, be a good person. Dasanena sampanno. Dasanena sampanno means having a wider view. Dasana means wider view. So darshana, in Sri Lanka, we call it the very nice, beautiful scene that you see from very wide range of area. Then it is called dasana. So dasanena sampanno. Don't be narrow in your view. but have a wider vision. More you listen to Dhamma, wider your vision become. So Dhamma Savana, it's very good, very important, good karma for everyone. But you also know some little Dhamma. All of you who are listening to this Dhamma talk have a certain amount of knowledge how life works in this world. That is what you call Dhamma. Dhamma means not the Buddha's teaching. Buddha's teaching is all about Dhamma, meaning all about how life works. So you may know a little bit of Dhamma, then you can share that Dhamma with others who don't know that much. For example, if you go to office, if there are people who are not Buddhist, but they want to know who Buddhists are, and you can also teach a little bit about 5 precepts. You can a little bit teach about how important it is to practice of dana, how important it is to practice sila, means being nice, physically and verbally nice, called sila, and you can share. You can teach other people. You are doing a lot of good deed, generate a lot of positive energy. And Dhamma Shravana, Dhamma Desana. That's what I said. You don't have to be a monk or someone who is well versed in Tripitaka, like most of the monks who are in Sri Lanka. They know the Digha Nikaya, Majjhima Nikaya, Samyutta Nikaya, and anyway. So this is what Dhamma Desana means. So monks like us are lucky because we got to learn a lot of Dharma from our teachers and from the Tripitaka, and from discussion, Dhamma Savana, Dhamma Sakaccha, we learn a lot. And some monk like me, can teach more Dharma than one of our members maybe. But that member also have a lot of knowledge of Dharma at a different level. So they can practice Dhamma. Okay, these are called Dasa Kusala. Dasa Kusala Kamma I mentioned: Dana, Sila, Bhavana, 3, Apachayana, respecting elders, Vayavacha. Vayavacha means attending the needs of all the other people, especially elderly and worthy of respect. Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, you can attend to the needs. And then Patidana, practicing dana for other people. Tanumodana, sharing merit with all the other people. You do something nice and you share it with others. Dhammadana, Patidana. And then Dharma Shravana, listening to Bana, listening to Dhamma. And Dhamma Desana, listening to Dharma. The last one I already talked about. That is called straightening up your view. More you know Dhamma, more you know how life works. So your understanding of life is very straightforward, not wishy-washy. Not that you don't know certain things. No, you more you practice dana and dharma, your view get straightened up. So therefore, practice dana. Today, our time is over, and it is very nice that our members had this was season Pinkam series, and a lot of people give dana to the monks during this time. That is called Vas Dana, and then Vas Dhamma Desana, and Vas Pinkam, the all the good deeds like recitation of spirit and blessing our family members, and making offerings to the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, like Bodhi Puja and things like that you have been doing. And today, by this Dhamma talk, all of you generated so much merit for yourself. And now let us transfer all this merit to Mrs. Inu Jayawardena, who had a car accident in Anuradhapura area, or they lived in Anuradhapura area, that is Chaminder's cousin, who was a very pious lady who practiced a lot of dana and a lot of good deeds and a lot of social services. And she died suddenly, not too old, car accident. And we want to transfer merit to her. And besides that, uh, Chaminda and Himali has a lot of family members like Raja's brother who passed away. That is Himali's um, the uncle, and there are other family members who passed away in that family. And let us think of all of them and transfer merit to all of the family members of Chaminda and Himali. And now you can also think of your family members and relatives who passed away in Sri Lanka or any other country somewhere. Your parents, your grandparents, your uncles, your aunties, your brothers and sisters who passed away. And let us think of them and let us transfer merit that we generated, a great amount of positive energy that we generated through this Dharma talk. We share with all of them by reciting Idamme Jnati Nang Hotu. Idamme Jnati Nang Hotu Sukhita Hontu Jnatayo. Idamme Jnati Nang Hotu Sukhita Hontu Jnatayo. Idamme Jnati Nang Hotu Sukhita Hontu Jnatayo. Let us share the merit with all the devas. Akasattha Chabummattha Deva Naga Mahiddhika Punyantang Anumoditva Chirang Rakhantu Loka Sasanang. Akasattha Chabummattha Deva Naga Mahiddhika Punyantang Anumoditva Chirang Rakhantu Desanang. Akasattha Chabummattha Devanaga Mahiddhika Punyantang Anumoditva Chirang Rakhantu Tvang Sada. By the power of the merit that we generated through this Dhamma talk, may all our family members and relatives and all other people in Sri Lanka and other our countries, Bangladesh and Vietnam and other family members, people who are experiencing difficulties with COVID-19 pandemic, be free from their difficulties and may they be healthy. May they get immediate assistance, medical assistance whenever they need. With the merit that we have generating, may they be happy and healthy and peaceful. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. That's the end of the Dhamma talk. And there will be 10 more Dhamma talks. And you can always generate a lot of merit for yourself if you find out how to sponsor a Dhamma talk. We have 10 more Dhamma talks and we need 11 sponsors. Please call the temple or call main Dayakas of the Katina this year and contact them, and you will be receiving an email about that. You can be a sponsor for each Dharma talk until October, middle of October, 26th of October, I think the last day, and October 30th and 31st, I think we have cutting ceremony, and be prepared. Hopefully this time we might be able to come to the temple and have the cutting ceremony in bigger, larger scale. But if the Delta pandemic, Delta virus is growing, we may not be able to do it, but hopefully let us be free from all the other viruses and everyone be happy and peaceful. And sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. May you be happy, may you be well.